was tugged back by Nico O'Reilly, and Chelsea fans again inside the ground, not for the first time today, baying for a yellow card for a Manchester City player that doesn't come.
Yeah, clear directive again for Chelsea. Get it forwards early. Well, Doku there getting him fast and furious forward, but he just, like you say, just lost control of it. Most City attacks have gone through Doku on their left-hand side, and it's just a little bit too narrow elsewhere, so there aren't really the options other than for him just to keep on driving through the Chelsea defence.
Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0. Palmer just ahead of the halfway line, but Bernardo Silva was able to get a foot to that, and Donnarumma coming trundling out to his left, knowing that Palmer wasn't far away, has taken absolutely no chances there whatsoever and just passed it out for a throw on the right. None of your fancy Edersons.
No, the goalkeeper's worst nightmare. Just on your weaker foot, bouncing ball, going out for a corner. I really don't want to have to kick this, but everyone is expecting me to do. Good, experienced decision from Donnarumma.
I would call it safety first. I'm always a big fan of safety first.
Can't score from the stand.
You cannot. If that had been Ederson, it would have been a couple of keepy-uppies. He would have bounced it off his nose, done a Cruyff turn. Here's Estevao on the right, João Pedro then cuts back. In comes the challenge from Bernardo Silva, and Chelsea have been able to get it back from him. Bernardo Silva. So it might be the final weeks that we're able to watch him in the Premier League. Depends, of course, what happens to him and where he goes. But Palmer for Manchester City through the middle. Rodri's able to step in though, but Gusto is able to take it up again for Chelsea. Gusto's got João Pedro got away from Gay, but couldn't stab it goalwards. Got his left foot to it, but I've got a feeling he kind of got his feet mixed up, and in the end just stabbed it wide.
Yeah, I just don't think he thought he could get there. Really good ball in, and he feinted to go far, which drew Mark Gay, and then went near. It was just possibly half a yard too quick for him. Just wasn't going to get across to it and get the touch.
Alive to the danger, came out, snuffed it out, put it behind corner to Chelsea though.
Yes, you're thinking it's not been a great opening half hour of football, but Chelsea have held their own, and you're looking possibly the more dangerous team when they do get forward.
Corner taken short again, then headed across by Cucurella, clawed away straight into Bernardo Silva, hit up in the air across the box by O'Reilly. Donnarumma has to change direction, punch it away, still on the edge of the area. Palmer for Neto trying to go around Rodri, and the final touch was... City players are trying to make it look like the final touch was off Neto. Actually, the offside flag is up, and it's a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, Donnarumma he's proactive, isn't he, in his goal when the ball's in the air, loves to come out, loves to look for things, and I think he's learning. He's been in the Premier League for 30 games or so now, and he's learning that a clean catch is a rare thing for a keeper.
And referee Kavanagh, accompanied by Bernardo Silva, has walked into the Manchester City box. Donnarumma's complaining about something and seemed to be grabbing his own shirt, so suggesting that he was having his shirt pulled by, I wonder who.
I think he's saying that Cucurella was pushing his teammate onto him and causing the collision between Rodri and Donnarumma.
Cucurella doing something he should.
A bit of skullduggery, who knew?
Cucurella now, that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Passes it over the head of Neto and out of play, and Liam Rosina suddenly appears. He's decided that with the sun disappearing, he needs more than a t-shirt down there, so he's got an open-fronted black hooded top on now. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0. Pep Guardiola standing quite serenely. There's been very little animation when I've been looking down there on him. So it is 0-0 with over half an hour played, and were it to stay like this, then the Arsenal lead tonight would of course be 8 points, and that means it would be in Arsenal's hands. But there's a long way to go yet. Here's Doku on the left wing, back to Rodri, and then Rodri just rolls his foot over the top of the ball, gives it to Husanov. Shirky comes short, and now Semenyo on the right-hand side. Semenyo to Shirky, and And this is patient stuff from Manchester City. As I say, a 1-1 draw when the sides met in Manchester at the start of the year, when Liam Rosenior, who was saying in the build-up to this match that he was actually at the airport preparing to come to London to take the job, as O'Reilly into the penalty area. Palmer stands up strongly against him. O'Reilly then turns again, but showed too much of that. And it was cleared away by Santos. And then the ball ricochets downfield. Donnarumma came, went back. João Pedro trying to get there. Donnarumma then changed his mind again. Came, did get there. And then Mateus Nunes shoved over by Neto, and it's a free kick to Manchester City.
Yeah, his first and his third decision were the right ones to come and clear the ball, and eventually got there in the end for Donnarumma. But it's a funny position for Manchester City, because Andre Santos is doing a lot of work as a third centre-back, and therefore they really are having to start Doku very, very wide. Probably needs a bit more support out there.
Doku again. Early ball this time. O'Reilly pulls it back. Bernardo Silva with a chance. Blocked by Sanchez, and Haaland couldn't get there. It was actually defended very well. Back to the goalkeeper. Or at least the goalkeeper was defended by young Harto, and Sanchez was able to gather it with some relief. And then delivers it downfield. Probably 30 yards or more beyond Neto, so more groans from the home supporters, even though he's just made a very good save, Sanchez, to keep it at 0-0.
There is Robert Sanchez. Really sharp save, brilliant save, reaction save, and then poor distribution. But he's got the 8 seconds, and he's only got a limited amount of time in that to make a decision, and there isn't the opportunity to play short, so he has to go long. He completely mishit that one. He got that one wrong in terms of execution, but there's no option for him to do anything other than that.
Still 0-0. And at half-time, we will have more on Sunderland's win against Tottenham. As I say, I'm expecting to hear from Roberto De Zerbi at half-time. Crystal Palace 2-1 winners against Newcastle. We might well be hearing from Eddie Howe as well. And what a match as well. Falkirk Rangers at lunchtime. Last I heard it was 2-0. Next thing I heard it was 6-3 to Rangers. 2-0 win for Birmingham as well against Wrexham. That's damaging for Wrexham, now 4 points behind Hull City in 6th place. As Shirky, he's in step-over mode here. Left foot, 2 step-overs, then gives it to Semenyo. Now Shirky, once again, it runs away from him, so Neto says, yep, I'll have that. And in comes Neto, takes the ball away, gives it to Estevao. Mark Gay up against Estevao, going with him. Estevao continuing down the right wing, tries to come in between Gay and Shirky, and then concedes a foul. Wasn't much in that, as City play it back to Husanov, and then Gay is able to pass it forward towards Shirky. 0-0 here at Stamford Bridge. And it is full-time now at Wembley with you, Henry Moran.
Luton 3, Stockport 1, Jack Wilshere's side winning the Virtue Trophy for a second time, coming from behind. 2 goals from striker Naki Wells, enough. And close to 50,000, not quite, see Luton win the Virtue Trophy by 3-1, beating Stockport. OK,
thank you, Henry. Hopefully we will hear from Jack Wilshere during the remainder of 5 Live Sport this afternoon. 0-0. And Chelsea conceding a free kick, which has not gone down well with the home sections. Manchester City take it, giving it back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva now working it back to Doku. His ball across the penalty area, cleared away by the outstretched left leg of Palmer. And indeed at half-time we will be hearing from Roberto De Zerbi after Tottenham's 1-0 defeat, and Eddie Howe after Newcastle's defeat from 1-0 up at Selhurst Park. And we will be returning to Augusta as well on what is the final round day of the 90th Masters. And tonight the coverage will begin a little earlier than last night, because it's an earlier start, the possibility of a playoff, of course. So the final pair out from 7:25, and that will be on 5 Live with Mark Chapman and the team, Ian Carter and co, out on the course. Don't miss it. Could be a thriller. Semenyo playing the ball in from the right, blocked away by Neto. Chelsea come forward, and then Semenyo, a little trip on Neto. He goes sprawling, and the yellow card is out. I thought it might come this time, and it has, for Semenyo.
Yeah, frustration for Semenyo. Second yellow card in the game, and one that Similar to Estevao, just the wide man getting frustrated with the game and how it's going, and Manchester City really aren't making inroads like they'd like to get at the Chelsea back line, because they're dropping in, because they got that back five essentially when they haven't got the ball. Neto and Estevao having to commit a lot and be really, well, they're just having to commit a lot of energy into breaking out. It's their roles to get out for Chelsea.
Cucurella's pass forward, that's cut out by Mateus Nunes. Still 0-0. If Manchester City don't win this, they will have to do something that has not been done before if they're going to win the Premier League. And this was a little line from our BBC colleague Chris Collinson. And I'll tell you what it is when I get a chance, because you're going to have to concentrate, Rob, with this one. You have to pay attention. Here's Harto passing it back towards the edge of the penalty area. Caicedo there. Looks to his right. Fofana. Now to Gusto, as well as the three central defenders who were on the bench for Chelsea.